If you were my daughter, I'd tell you how to tell if his behavior is actually consistent before you trust it. You thought he was consistent. And really, that's exactly what makes it so confusing. Because in the beginning, he was showing up, texting, calling, making plans with you. It felt really, really good. So when things started to change, your mind went straight to, what happened? What did I do wrong? Did I say too much? But the real problem, it usually starts way before any of that. I'm Soke. And after watching this play out with women for years, including two of my own daughters, I kept seeing the same thing happen. Most women were never taught how to measure consistency before they decided to trust someone. So by the time the behavior changes, they're already wrapped up in it, already emotionally invested, already attached to the version of them they built in the beginning. And now they're trying to figure out what changed. When the better question was there ever enough there to trust in the first place? So there's a question that breaks that whole cycle. Just one. Has he shown this behavior consistently over time? Yes or no? That's it. Not once, not when it felt good, not during the honeymoon phase, over time. Let me show you what that actually looks like. One of my daughters was talking to a guy who on paper seemed great. Texting every day, calling every day, making plans to spend time with her. All of it. After a week or two, she could feel herself starting to catch feelings. And really, before, she probably would have looked at all of that effort and thought, okay, this feels good. But this time, she stopped and asked herself that one question. Has he shown this consistently over time? Yes or no? And the answer was no. Because 2 weeks, that's not enough time to know if someone is consistent. It's enough time to feel excited. And those are two very different things. So instead of diving in emotionally, she just watched. And a few weeks later, the effort dropped. The communication changed. The version of him she'd seen in the beginning stopped showing up. But here's what was different. This time, she didn't spiral because she had never treated the beginning behavior as proof of anything. She wasn't making decisions based on how things felt in the start. She was making decisions based on what had actually been shown over time. That's the difference. Now, when I say consistent, I'm talking about 3 specific things. How he communicates, how he actually shows up, and whether he follows through on what he says. That's the whole thing. Not his words, not his intentions, what he does repeatedly. Now think about the person you're dealing with right now. Not how you feel about him, not what he's told you, not the excuses you're already starting to make for him in your head. His behavior. And be honest with yourself. Has he actually shown this consistently over time? Yes or no? Not for a few days, not when things were good between the two of you, over time. And here's the part I really want you to sit with. If your first instinct right now isn't to answer the question, but explain his behavior, that's usually your answer. Here's where it goes wrong for most women. They start counting from the beginning. The texts, the attention, the big energy at the start, and they call that consistency. It's not. Consistency is what happens after the excitement fades, after the effort stops feeling new. That's when you start seeing what their behavior actually looks like over time. Without this question, a week of solid effort feels like evidence. So you trust it, you open up, you invest. And when things change, you feel blindsided, confused, asking yourself, what did you do wrong? But with this question, a week is just a week. It's data, not proof. So you don't allow yourself to get attached. You keep watching. And if it changed, you're not blindsided because you hadn't made a decision yet. You were still just paying attention. You weren't losing something real. You were realizing it was never fully there to begin with. So if you've ever found yourself trying to figure out why somebody suddenly changed, start asking that question. Has he shown this consistently over time? Yes or no? Because if you don't have a way to answer that, you'll keep trusting things that were never proven in the first place. If you're already past the point of trying to figure him out and you just want clarity on your actual situation, I made a video for exactly that moment. It's right here.